Massarello, and our senior manager, Ms. Danielle Dolinsky. Right now, we'd like to ask Kara's parents to please come on down and meet your daughter. Now I'd like to turn the microphone over to Irene Tompkins and Vicki Getty, who would like to say a few words about these two seniors.
Well, what can we say, Kara? You've been a good teammate. And a good friend. And we're very proud to have you as our teammate, but more importantly as a friend. Your heart is shown on and off the court, and we see that, and as captains, we look up to you the most. And I love you, and I wish you the best of luck. Dee Dee, our manager, I love you too. You're the best manager we've ever had, and we thank you and appreciate you. And yeah, you're just our small fry.
It seems like I've known you guys forever, but it seems like I just met you yesterday at the same time. You guys both have my numbers, so don't forget to call. And just make sure that you guys come back next year, because I know I'm going to need you next year too, because you've always been there, not only on the floor, during all the sports, but as well, like Irene said. I could always come over to your room and you guys would know exactly what to say. Thank you.
Let's hear it for one more time, seniors. Kara Massarello and Danielle Dolinsky. Congratulations, seniors. The officials for this afternoon's game are Mr. Wilcox, Mr. Earhart, and Mr. O'Brien. And now, before the ladies take to the hardwood, let's first meet the starting lineup for the visiting Clippers of the University of Maine Machias. Number 20, Katie Constance. Number 33, Amanda Chandler. Number 34, Ashley Dogan. Number 50, Caitlin Heller. And number 51, Sarah Wells. The head coach of the Clippers is Becky Rowe. Assistant coach, Miranda Richardson. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Fighting Saints of CSJ. A 5'10" sophomore from Schenectady, New York, number 11, Irene Tompkins. A 6'1" junior from Rutland, Vermont, number 21, Vicki Getty. A 5'7" sophomore from Plymouth, New Hampshire, number 23, Michelle Thompson. A 5'7" junior from Albany, New York, number 34, Tahara Pleasure. And a 5'4" senior from Mechanicsville, New York, number 32, Kara Massarello. The head coach of the Saints is Dr. Rob Larson. Assistant coach is Louis Sire. Assistant coach Tim Gallipo. The managers are Ms. Danielle Dolinsky and Alexandra DeFabio.
Coming in on their home court wearing the dark blue uniform today on Seniors Day, and they come out with that big win over University of Maine Fort Kent, and that's the key today. See if they come in with that same intensity for this basketball game. They're 7-1 in league play, 12-14 overall, and Vicki Getty, number 20, will have the basketball as the Saints will control the opening tip, and they look to get up early here. The two teams have already played once already up in Maine, and it was a rather handily win, one game by the Saints. That's Mazzarella, one of the seniors that was honored before the game, and Tahara Pleasure will miss from the three-point line, and it'll be 1 and out as the rebound will come down. And you can see that the Clippers, University of Maine at Machias, will bring the basketball down and set up their first offensive possession. This is going to be Heller with the basketball, number 50, and she swings it off to Constant. And we'll go through the lineups on timeouts. I will, and give you each of the rosters one more time. You know, you got them on the introductions of Mazzarella with the steal, looking to take it in all the way. Here's footsteps, goes up high off the glass, and we'll get it. So the only senior player on the lineup will get the first basket, fittingly, of Seniors Day. It'll be 2-0 the Saints. That's Thompson there defensively, number 23 for CSJ. And again, they're in the dark blue today. Usually they come out in their home whites, but our first look at them with their dark blue uniforms, they've just been getting progressively better as the season's gone along, and that's what you want to do, peak out during tournament time. And on the drive, Tompkins will put it up and in, makes it 4-0 as one of the captains, Tompkins, will get the basket. Now this Clippers team has 5 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and 2 juniors, not a senior on their lineup, so they're an extremely young team. They're 9 deep. So, now you do have some numbers out there, and that's going to be a drive to the hole. Ball bobbled around, be taken out the baseline. I'll take it back out, and this will be up. 2-point shot will rattle around and won't drop. And another offensive rebound will come back to Heller, number 15. She's going to pull way out and get set to reset that offense. Shot clock goes back to 30 seconds, and you're going to dump it down in the low post. That will go up and over the top of. Again, they had 3 good looks offensively and just couldn't get the basket to drop. Vicky Getty will have the rebound, and like she does a lot of times, she'll get the defensive rebound, but she'll bring the ball up. Now she'll hand it off to Pleasure, who'll go to Mazzarello, and this is going to be Tompkins coming back, and Michelle Thompson. Nope, her first 3 will be off the mark, but she is a 3-point dart shooter out there. She has very good accuracy from 3-point range. Tahara Pleasure got in a whole bunch of white jerseys down there, and the Clippers take the basketball away. They're led by number 51, Wells. Now she'll come back to Heller. They'll go back to Wells, and she turned. There's the cut and a left-handed shot. And again, a nice play. They executed it, drove the lane, but just too hard off the glass, and yet they'll have their 4th offensive rebound here in the opening minutes. And boy, it goes to the floor, and it's slapped out. Nice play to keep the ball alive. And again, a good look, and they won't get the shot to drop. It was Wells, I believe, number 51, who dove to the floor and pushed the basketball possession-wise for her teammate. So at 4-0, the Saints will have the ball with 17-13 to go in the first half of play. Vicky Getty will be fouled and go to the line, and the first free throws of the afternoon will go to the Fighting Saints. And Vicky Getty from right here in Rutland, Vermont. And she's a junior on the roster, one of the captains.
Number 21, Vicky Getty.
And she is closing in, I don't have an exact number, but she is closing in on that 1,000-point career mark here at CSJ. And can very versatile, can bring the ball up, plays tough defense, goes in on the boards, bangs the glass, can step outside, hit the 3-point shot. She can glide along inside the baseline or the inline like we just saw. And she'll make that basket, making it 5-0. A foul is called on number 34, Ashley Doughton. And Vicky Getty will get them both. Amanda Chandler will bring the ball out, bounce, toss it in, and we'll have Heller. Looks like she's going to run the point here in the early going for the Clippers in the white uniform today at CSJ Athletic Complex on Munger Vision. They look for Heller, and good help defense. Tompkins came over and slapped the ball away. They're trying to lob it down inside to number 51, Sarah Heller. And they're just looking for the placement of the ball. It's going to go on the inline, and will be taken out by number 33, Chandler. Chandler easily got the ball in bounds. Again, the Saints look like they're going to be playing. Oh, we got a whistle way before the shot. Got travel called on the play. Beside out to CSJ, and Thompson, number 23, will bring it out. And Mazzarello, number 32 in the backcourt, getting a start today as Seniors Day, and already with a basket here she does. And it's 6-0 the Saints. 2 shots from the field, and then 2 free throws. That's where they got their title. Some pressure on the backcourt, and Thompson easily will bring it up, hand it off to Tahara Pleasure. Pleasure calls the play out, and she pulls the ball out between circles, goes to Thompson. Thompson to feed the low post to Getty, trying to post up, spun out, and that should become a violation. Yeah, nobody touched it. It's over and back, and the ball will belong to the Clippers. Now, yesterday, like I said, the Saints ran their record in league play to 7-1 as they avenged their only loss of the season against the University of Maine from Fort Kent, and a 2-point win in a matchup of what many people consider to be a preview of the tournament finals. And Getting on to come out. You got to keep that intensity up today, Vicky. Getty with the block and then juggling the ball. Literally, will get a hold of it. Got it to Tompkins up ahead. Mazzarello going to not drop it. She's getting some shots, so. And the senior Mazzarello coming out here and playing very well and really going for the Saints, and she'll be at the line. She'll have 2 free throws. So that's the second foul committed by the Clippers. That's led to 2 free throw shots for the Saints.
On the line, shooting 2 for CSJ, number 32, Kara Mazzarello.
It's Amanda Chandler that assessed the foul. It's her first personal, team second, and that's going to be good. 3 points now for Mazzarello in the basketball game. In the Sunrise Tournament being held this year at CSJ, coming up at the end of February, and I'm sure there's all kinds of information on the CSJ website you can find it on. Tompkins, offensive rebound, no good, and ball, boy, literally nice job of ripping the basketball out of there. Number 34, Dalton, and she'll get it up to Heller now, and Heller, number 50, will just, again, the Clippers in the white uniforms have had some real good looks. Even though they've got no score on the board, they've got enough shots to the ball, and there's a foul, and they're going to the line. And it's going to be on.
Falls number 21.
It's going to be on Getty, 21. That's what I was waiting to see. Now also number 51, Sarah Wells.
Number 51, Sarah Wells.
But just to go back and finish my thought is that the score not really indicating how well that offensively Machias and Maine has ran their offense. They just haven't converted the shots right now. They're just shooting cold from the field. And they're set. And they'll have 2 chances right here to get on the board. It's a 7-0 CSJ with the lead with 15:48 to go in the first quarter. And then got a lane violation. Yeah. The Higher Pleasure literally tripped over the line and it's painted on the floor and fell into the paint. So we'll have 2 more shots coming up now for Sarah Wells. Like I said, 5 freshmen, 2 juniors, and 2 sophomores on this roster for the Clippers, who are coached by Becky Roque, and that's going to rim out. And well, they're down to 1 chance here to get the first bucket. And Sarah Wells wearing that face shield, usually an indication of like a broken nose or an eye socket fracture or something, but it's got to affect your vision to shoot in the field. And she'll get the basket on the second attempt, and that'll make it 7-1 now. The lead is at 6 into Hard Pleasure. It's got the basketball, and the Saints in the blue uniforms on their home court, looking to go to 8-1 in league play and come within 1 game of being 500 on the season. That's Tompkins up top this time. She'll post up Getty, had the ball tipped out of her hands, and a travel called on Vicky Getty. She had the ball knocked away, and then Cherie Connick and shuffle the feet, and we'll have the ball brought in. Wells, again, number 50, will take the ball from Chandler. And sorry, that's Heller. 50 is Heller, 51 is Wells. And Chandler with the basketball wants to dump it down in. They're going to work it up, and they passed up some 3-point shots. I don't know if that's not their forte, the Clippers I'm talking about. They'll drive off the glass, and again, a nice look, and they just didn't get the drop. Look at that. The offensive glass, they are just dominating the glass, and blocked by Getty, foul the second time. 2 quick fouls on Vicky Getty. And big, only 15 minutes. Still 15 minutes left in the first half, and got 2 fouls all of a sudden on Vicky Getty. So Wells will be at the line to shoot 2, where she just converted 1 of 3 chances. Remember, she had the violation, got to shoot over. Well, I can see a couple things already that the Saints, either during halftime or during the timeout, will have to work on. It's going to be boxing out on offensive rebounds. Erica Raish coming in, number 25.
Number 44, Jennifer D'Amato, and the Western Vermont, number 25, Erica Raish.
And as I said, I have to wait for the PA system. It's so loud here to stop so I can speak, but it's Raish coming in 25, and then D'Amato also coming in, number 44 for CSJ. And boy, I tell you, if they could have hit some free throws, we'd have a tie ball game up right now. It's the Clippers, ice cold from the field, ice cold from the free throw line. Thompson looking to heat up from the outside, and it's going to be a defensive rebound controlled by the Clippers. Chandler will now bring it up, and that'll be Heller. They'll bring the basketball, number 50. That's Wells, and she'll kick it back out, and then they pass up the shot. Chandler went down inside, and oh, what a block. Jump ball call. It's going to be D'Amato that tied up. Fouls, number 55, who slipped into the ball game for the Clippers, and the possession area will favor the University of Maine at Machias, and that's going to be brought out of bounds by number 20, Katie Constant. Getting the shot clock down to 15 seconds, and that's tipped around, and Pleasure will take the dribble after the steal. Lob it up ahead looking for a Raish, I believe, but she hit D'Amato and Raish here. And Fowles will get the basketball under control and come back, and this will be brought up by Heller now, number 50. And Heller's played the whole opening 5.5 minutes here of this first period. 7-1. CSJ with the lead. And a good job of moving her feet defensively. That's a 3-ball, and that's good. 7-4 on Chandler's 3-point bucket. So again, if you can look at the start that the University of Maine and Machias got out to here, if they can, keep it at 3 points or get the lead or keep it tied, the way they've shot, they've got to be thrilled to death. That's Rach from way outside. And rebound by D'Amano. She take a little running one-hander. No good. Chandler with the rebound. She's looking to push the tempo a little bit. She breaks the timeline. She's at the arc. She's at the free throw line. She'll lob the ball on this side and going to kick it back out. Heller up and no. That's going to be touched by D'Amano, I believe. It's going to stay white basketball. Yeah, good point by Coach Larson. He's talking about, said you're taking care of airspace instead of finding the body. And it's time about the boxing out on the offensive glass down here, and he's absolutely right. Swing the ball around the Powells, and she coming off a good game against Paul Smith College yesterday. That's where the University of Maine Machias was, and the bounce is going what happened? They're going to wave the basket off. A bad break right there for the Clippers. There's a cable that extends out that holds brings the basketball backboard up and down in it. It is now a bounds cable, and the ball went up and hit that, and then went down to the cylinder, so the wave off the bucket will stay at 7-4. Thompson with the ball will come off on his side to Raish, and Raish looks for Tahara Pleasure. She'll set herself at the top of the arc and swish it for the Saints. And again, Pleasure, a lot like Vicky Getty. Pleasure can take you off the dribble with the penetration in the paint, or she can step outside and do what she just did. Hit that 3-point shot, and it goes 10-4 now. The Saints with the lead. And that's Constant that had the ball, and she went back to Heller, number 50, and Heller down in that corner. Long pass came to the free throw line. That's going to be blocked, and it's going to be a white basketball. That's several blocks now in this first half of play for the Saints. And number 11, Fawn Cummings, coming in the ballgame for the Clippers, and she'll actually be put right to work as they'll have her take the basketball out of play on the baseline, looking to get it in bounds. And again, 5 freshmen on this roster, and that's going to be retained by Heller, and she wants to drive. Oh, nice little entry pass down low, and then a good job of getting the hand on the ball. I believe it was Tompkins who got down to number 11 for the Fighting Saints and actually created the turnover, and it'll be ball out of bounds too. Michelle Thompson and the Fighting Saints. That's Thompson right there. No pressure, so she'll cross well over the timeline. Actually, between circles, D'Amano showed the ball, wanted to drive, wants to give the ball back to Ray. She'll let it flow. I'll over him out. Tompkins on the offensive glass, but the Saints can't get the bunny shot to drop, and here comes Chandler. Again, down just 6 points, and all great play. Tahara Pleasure with a big leap, knocked the ball away, went behind the back with the dribble, let the trap come to her, got the ball over the top of the trap to Tompkins, and Tompkins will slow it down, and they'll set up that half-court offense now. One area they've really improved in, the Saints have since the first couple of games, is they're getting more comfortable with each other and with the system as far as running their half-court offense. Oh, what a spin move by Tompkins. Well, that was pretty stuff right there. That'll push it to 12-4, and here comes Heller down the court. She'll be met by Thompson. Saints right now in a man-to-man defense. You see Rach fight through the screen, and they'll kick the ball out to Cummings. She'll cross over, and she's looking to spin, but just nowhere to get the shot off. And it creates a turnover, and she got down along that paint and couldn't do anything with it. And got the ball off to Thompson, shot off by Heller. Up, tough angle. Hits the side of the backward, goes to D'Amano, and that is a lot harder shot than you would imagine right there, because she was underneath the cylinder, and she had to bring it out and create some mark on the ball. And I believe, we have a timeout called by Machias, and we'll swing it over to the Saints bench. Go through the roster for you. Again, it's Seniors Day, so we'll start with the only senior player on that lineup out there, and of course that was Cara Mazzarello, and she wears number 32. Lori Landsberger's 3. Linda Clements has a knee problem, and I only see her in uniform today for Fighting Saints. Irene Tompkins is 11. Clements was 5. Brittany Cunningham is 20 on my roster. Sometimes she's 15. I'll have to wait and see what she comes out as. Vicky Getty's 21. Michelle Thompson, 23. Erica Raish, 31. Well, she's 25 today on my roster. She's 31. Tahara Pleasure is 33, and Jesselyn D'Amano is 44. And if you're asking about the Saints, like I said, just the one senior player. They have 1 freshman, 3 sophomores, 5 juniors. So actually both very relatively young teams out on the court today on Munger Vision at CSJ's athletic complex. We have 11:23 to go in the first half of play. 14-4 Fighting Saints with the lead. They've led right from the opening tip-on. 2 team fouls apiece for each side. The bad news is 2 team fouls for CSJ happen to both be personal fouls on Vicky Getty, and she's been sitting on the bench since the 15-minute play mark. 15 minutes left to play mark. It'll be Heller coming out of the Machias huddle, and Clippers will have the basketball. It's first time out called by either side. It's full time out called by Coach Roke, and Chandler with the touch-up will go back to Heller. And we'll see what changes they made. Now, really not a lot to change because they've gotten offensive rebounds, a ton of them, and they've gotten some good looks. They just got to get rid of those what I call bus legs and start heating up and getting some of their shots to drop. Thompson with a good defense. There's a low post fed. Powell should bring the ball back out, and Wells couldn't save it. Sarah Wells got a handle on it once, but then slipped out of her hands, goes out of bounds. Vicky Getty will come back in with 2 fouls with 11 minutes to play in the first half, replacing Damano. Like I said, I don't have an exact count, but I was made aware of the fact that Vicky Getty could possibly today get her 1,000th career point. But they didn't give me an exact number, and that's going to be out from the hands on a turnover. And this is where Machias now can get right back in the game, take advantage of these turnovers. They've had some problems from the free throw line when they've gone to the line, so they've got to create some offense from the half-court set. And that's Chandler. Ball came back. Heller showed the ball. Thompson just moves her feet so well. She anticipates the spot and gets there before the offensive player. Chandler on a little backdoor cut. Got the foul, got the basket, count it. Chandler, I believe, is going to be fouled by Raish. Now make it 14-6. Yeah, and Erica Raish will pick up the foul. And
Chandler's good. Amanda will be shooting 1.
yeah, so it's looking for the 3-point play to complete it from the free throw line. And Chandler's shot will cut the lead in half at 14-7. Here comes Tahara Pleasure now. And it's just some soft pressure in the backcourt. Really just kind of, not really sure why teams do that, but they'll tighten it down now as they get over the midcourt stripe. And that's going to be Fawn Cummings on Tahara Pleasure, and Michelle Thompson with the ball now. And that was Wells on her, and nice grab. Good hands by Tompkins. That's Raish. Good little size advantage. She wants to shoot over Chandler. They want to post up Tompkins. She'll kick it out to Getty from the wing, and it's all net. And like I said, Getty, extremely versatile player out there. And this is Heller again, and she's played every minute of this first half. Number 50 out there, and Chandler with the ball now. And Fawn Cummings took a dribble, did the ball fake, got the ball to Heller, looked up downside to Welsh. And this is a 3-point shot. No, it didn't drop. Ball still free. Chased down. Another offensive possession here for the University of Maine from Machias. And they're called the Clippers, and they got the white uniforms on today. And that's going to be a 3-point shot. It's going to be off the mark, and Vicky Getty will pick the ball up. Actually, I don't think it hit the rim. I think it went off the glass and right to Getty. She'll give it to Thompson. And we're under 10 minutes to play here in the first half of play. 20-minute halves, overtime if necessary. Tahara Pleasure with some rock and roll moves there. We'll get it back to Raish, and she's going to be a little bit off the mark. And Vicky Getty trying to reach around, and we'll go out of bounds off from the Fighting Saints.
Checking in from Machias, number 34, Ashley Dalton.
And Dalton, 34, coming back in the basketball game for Machias. This will be Heller, and she calls the play out, and she wants play 32, and I don't know who heard her besides me. Usually you get up more court, mid-court, you call it out, but they'll run through now. As Chandler will have the ball. It's Raish on her defensively. They get the ball to Cummings and swing it back to Heller. Heller wants to go baseline, and that's coordination. That's high-foot coordination. Now, Thompson plays soccer in the fall because she's got the talent to do that right now. I think she's probably got the talent to do anything she wants. Very bright young lady and very good athlete. Chandler catches, fires, free ball, no good. Rebound, comes all the way back, and it'll be Fawn Cummings chasing down the ball, bringing it back down yard. Goes to Chandler, wants to feed the low post, and I believe Vicky Getty just picked up her 3rd foul. 21, 3rd foul on Vicky Getty with 8:50 to go in the first period.
Checking back in for CSJ from Glens Falls, New York, number 44, Jessalyn Damano.
And Damano will come in the basketball game, and I don't think we'll see Vicky Getty again here in the first half with those 3 fouls. And her team up by 9. No shots coming up. Ball fouls on the floor. It's the 4th team foul on the Saints, and Cummings couldn't get in over the 5 count. Good defense by the Saints.
Timeout, Saints.
Yeah, we're going to have a CSJ timeout called as they lead 16-7 with 8:50 left to go in the first period. And again, it looks like they'll be picking up around, not quite mid-court, but they're just going to back. I want to show you, they're just there in their presence defensively. Now they'll back up. Our Pleasure will hand the ball off to Thompson. Thompson will be picked up by Heller, and we got a whistle down away from the basket. You got a legal screen called on Tahara Pleasure. That's going to the basketball back to Machias, and it'll be taken out of bounds by Chandler, and Chandler come into Heller. And again, down just 9 for the bad shooting percentage. They can, now with Getty on the bench for what could be the rest of the first half, they should make their move now. University of Maine Machias. There's the backdoor cut, catch, up, tough shot, won't go, set on the rim, ball pulled down. Thompson was fouled by Doughton. No shots coming out. That's just the third team foul on the Clippers.
Number 34, Ashley Doughton.
And we're going to have Powell's come back in, number 55 for Machias, along with number 20, Katie Constant.
Kelsey Powell. And number 20, Katie Constant.
So each team really kind of rolling through their bench here, especially the University of Maine and Machias. They're really rotating a lot of bodies in there. And maybe that will figure in toward the second half if they want to turn up the heat pressure-wise and bring some full-court press action. They'll have fresh legs all around to do it. Thompson's got posted up, and they got triple team. She'll kick the ball out, and Tahara Pleasure's going to be off the mark. Raish got it and traveled. Great job by Erica Rachel to get in there and get the ball. And then she was tiptoeing and lost her balance and stepped backwards. And again, these are the moments that you got to take advantage of if you're at the University of Maine Machias, because they've got 7 points in 12 minutes of play. They've only given up 16, so it's really not a bad deal right now. Heller wanted to spin off the screen. It never really worked for her, and she gave the ball back to Chandler, to Heller, and she'll put it on the floor, and she traveled. She was, and that's one thing that I think young players got to realize where they are in the court geographically. She drove the paint up below the free throw line. It was probably 5 feet from the basket, and she elected to kick the ball back out instead of take the shot, or to go to the hole and draw a foul. Because when you get possession or position that close into the hoop, you really shouldn't be kicking it back out unless you've got like a Duke player out there who can shoot the three all night. And that's going to be out of bounds, literally over the top of the backboard and out of play. And it'll be the main squad with the basketball. It'll be Heller bringing it up. And again, it's going to be Thompson's going to greet her just beyond that beautiful logo on the floor here. It's a great place to come watch a basketball game at the CSJ Athletic Complex. And the women's team having quite a bit of success. Like I said, 7-1 in league play and 12-14 overall. They played a very tough non-league schedule. And they're kind of gelling now, right when you want to be. And Thompson and Tahara Pleasure in the backcourt. It's going to be Tahara Pleasure with the basketball. Saints in their dark blue uniforms today on Seniors Day. Kara Massarello and team manager out there. Only seniors on the program, and that's going to be kicked out. Tom's looking for Tompkins, and it'll be out of bounds. Right now, the Saints looking a little out of sync offensively, and Vicky Getty on the bench with 3 personal fouls. And that's what I'm looking for. It's just a run right now by the Clippers, and they can go right into halftime in good shape. Heller with a handoff. Tompkins with a nice double dribble. Yeah. Heller turned, and Tompkins was right there defensively, and I think that kind of, I don't want to say startled her, but changed her game plan on the attack offensively and caused her to double dribble. And the game started off with a bang, actually, and that's kind of really ground out. Damano with the catch after the bobble over back, and Raish. Nope. Oh, look at Tahara Pleasure. Got the bucket, got the foul. And the foul's going to be on Katie Constant. Nelson Pleasure to the line, and she's looking to make the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Tahara Pleasure is good. Tahara will be shooting 1.
And Fawn Cummings coming back in the basketball game, number 11. She's going to replace number 20, Constant. And I think they're all set now. They're going to have Heller come over to the sideline, and it's Heller coming out, not number 20 Constant. So the first break in the ballgame for Heller, and it'll be interesting to see how they push to the point for Machias. It's 18-7, 6:29 to go in the first half of play, and that's going to be too long, too strong. Tompkins kept it alive. Tompkins will go take it to the hole, and Tompkins will try it one more time and should get it. Well, just good work on the board by Tompkins, who's a very physical player. And like I said, she's one of the players that they use to post up a lot. You know, I'm guessing about 5'10", 5'9", but she plays like 6'3", 6'4". Powell's will be up. That might have been partially tipped, and battle for the ball along the baseline. It'll be Tompkins with the basketball. She'll come off to the higher Pleasure, and Pleasure now over midcourt. And she'll slow it down at the three-quarter court mark and find Erica Raish over on that right side. Raish will come to D'Amato. She'll make the catch. Down inside. Again, they want to post up. I think they're going to wave it off. Yeah, offensive foul. Yeah, they're calling for the clear out with the elbow.
Foul number 11, Irene Tompkins.
That's the sixth foul on the team, first on Tompkins. And it's how you interpret the play. I mean, I just said she was a physical player, but that could have gone either way. It could have been a clean play, or they could have whistled it and then went against the Saints. And at 20-7, there's the drive and the basket by Chandler. And boy, did they need that. Makes it 20-9 now with 5:36 to go in the first half of play. But right now, the tempo is really slowed down to what you would think would favor the Clippers in the white uniforms out there. Tompkins with the catch, goes inside against Wells and spins. A little out of control that time. Ball will come down to Powell's, and she'll take a few dribbles, and actually more than that, she'll bring it up to the logo and give it off down to Chandler. Chandler with a glance at the clock and the scoreboard, and she'll call the play out now as she's at the top of the arc being guarded by Raish. The Cummings looking, wants to go down to Wells, and again, she traveled. Yeah, just too much indecision right there.
Now checking in for the Saints.
Lori Landsberg, number 3, coming in for D'Amato for the Saints. And they're going to, very brief rest. Heller will come back in the basketball game. Caitlin Heller. So she went a long time in the first half before she got a break. And her break lasted all about a minute and a half. And she's right back out there. And to higher Pleasure will bring it up on the far side. She's got on the wing on this back side of the play. She had Thompson. She's trying to work off the Raish screen. They want to bring the ball down inside. I think Raish actually, pass was intended for Tompkins. Raish took the ball away. Thompson got the basketball. You don't think Tompkins and Thompson's confusing to call out. You should try it sometime on the same team. There's the catch, the start. Oh, I don't know if that was slipped out of her hands or was blocked, but it's going to be loose ball. Pleasure. We'll go to Tompkins, and Thompson fouled. Nice pass by Tompkins to Thompson. And one thing Thompson does very well is she knows the object of the game is to put the ball in the basket. And she attacks the hoop. She knows that's the direction to go. In football, you call her a north-south runner. In basketball, she takes it to the hole. And she'll be up and got it. 21-9, lead at 12 with 4:24 to go in the first half. And Thompson will be up, and that's just as good as the first one. Powell's will bring the basketball into play, and it's going to be Heller with it, and she'll look to the bench, get the call. And boy, 9 points is not a good effort. Well, they've tried hard. It's just not good results, I guess is the word I want. Powell's will spin and put the shot up on the run. A little strong. Here's an offensive rebound. No good. Powell's up and no good. And we've got about, and that's the kind of things that have been going on here in the first half for the Maine Machias team. Just ice-cold shooting. Whether it's their team trend, is the way that it works for them, or if they're just having an off day, I'm not sure. But they've gotten chances, a lot of second chances on offensive rebounds, and they've had open looks that, quite frankly, are just bricks they're throwing up. So if they can get any type of rhythm shooting in the second half, that's going to be off the mark by Landsberg, saved by Tompkins. No, she was out of play. And the ball will go over because at 22-9, you're down 13 with 3:48 to go. You figure a 2 or 3 basket run, you're going to halftime not in terrible shape considering your field percentage. And Massarello coming back in for CSJ. So Massarello got the start today. Back out there for the Fighting Saints, and Heller came back, and the Saints now looking for some press in the backcourt. Defensively, could be to pick up their intensity, get their focus back in line, or it could be to kind of pick the tempo up. Plus, also, you want to get different looks defensively throughout the contest, and that's going to be down to Powell. She's inside. That's a tough shot. It's going to drop for her. Oh, nice job of playing with her back to the basket. Powell's will cut the lead in half at 22-11. And again, Vicky Getty picking up her 3rd foul at the 11 minutes and some change mark, and she's been on the bench since that point. Tompkins, the Pleasure to the hole, left-handed shot. That was wicked. That was a left-handed semi-jump hook shot that had a lot of English on it and went around it in, and here comes Heller. And Pleasure's going to pick her up. They want to go back down inside the Wells, and this time she had a little collapse down on her, a little defensive help. Saints looks like they've gone to a, now they're still playing man. And boy, it's going to be a basket on the foul. They're going to count it. Sarah Wells finally got one to drop, and she's back at the line.
Number 11, Irene Tompkins.
Tompkins will pick up her second personal foul.
Good. Sarah will be shooting 1.
And again, she makes this. They've got the lead down to just 10 with 2:51 to go in the half. And so number 51 out there, Sarah Wells, again wearing that protective face mask. And I'm sure it takes a lot to get used to play basketball with. And she'll switch that. And Damano will come back in. Jesselyn Damano for the Saints, number 44, back in the basketball game. And Massarello, after a brief stint on the floor, will be back on the bench. And it's going to be Pleasure. And pressure in the backcourt being extended a little bit more right now. And you see Pleasure wants to be isolated against Heller, and she waves Thompson over to the other side. She'll race in the front court, no problem. There's 18 seconds on the shot clock. Raish with the catch, and got it. Erica Raish for the three-pointer. And she can do that quite consistently. That's her shot, and makes it a 13-point lead down at 27-14. Maine Machias with the ball. This is a league game for both sides, and coming into this basketball, CSJ was 7-1 in league play, and that's going to be Heller. They want to go down inside the well. She'll wheel, and look at the defense collapse around her. This time she recognized it and kicked the ball out very quickly. And Powell's up and got it! Powell's coming off the bench and already with 4 points in the basketball game. 27-16 Saints. They got the ball. They're in the blue uniforms, and they're on Munger vision. Sahara Pleasure with a kick back. Thompson wants to go take a two-point runner. Yes! Boy, was that a teaser, huh? As it set on the rim, but finally decided to drop down through the cylinder. And 29-16 is both teams' offenses here late in the first half, starting to find a little rhythm and get some more points to drop. Vaughn Cummings, ball fake, pulled the shot down, dribbles the baseline, give it back to Heller. Heller got to the free throw line, gets it down inside the Wells, and she's going to be, just before she got triple team, she kicked the ball out, and Vaughn Cummings' shot will be off the mark. Tompkins with the long outlet, and Raish. It's going to be an interesting call. Yeah, it's a good call. It could have gone either way, but Heller was still kind of squaring up when she got hit, and boy, she took quite a shot, and she's going to get up and, oh, it's her right wrist she's holding on to.
50, Caitlin Heller. On the line, shooting 2 for CSJ.
And she looks like she's going to try to stay in there, and Raish will be at the line to shoot a couple. And Heller had the exact right idea. She was just sliding a little bit, and she's coming out of the ball game now. They're going to have Katie Constant come in, and that's really going to change the offense because Heller was the point guard, and she was fluid with the ball, and she was able to break down the defender one-on-one. But that is her right wrist thumb area, and hopefully that will be not a serious thing. They'll keep her out of the ball game the rest of this trip to CSJ. Minute 13 to go, 31-16. 15-point lead by the Saints, and Chandler brought the ball up this time. And she'll go to Vaughn Cummings, to Constant. She'll go down inside the Fowles, and she wants to go baseline, and all across baseline, brought it all the way over, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Chandler fouled on the drive, and I believe that will be at least the 1-on-1. It might become 2 shots if she's fouled in the act shooting. So Pleasure called for the foul, and that's the 18th foul. And Chandler going to the line.
Looking at the front end of the 1-and-1 is number 33, Amanda Chandler.
And she will miss. And boy, I tell you, the chances, I don't have a stat in front of me, but they've got to be shooting around 30-35% from the line in this first half. And that's big because you're talking about, 7, 8, 9 points that you're not getting, and that's Damano. No, good ball, batted around, picked up by Chandler, and she'll turn. And she wants to get the tempo going too, but the numbers weren't there. As the Saints go back, good defensive position, and they'll kick the ball back, and Wells, boy, she got stopped quick. Give it back to Cummings, she'll push the ball inside, fade away, Powell's off the mark. Tompkins with the tip to herself, will chase it down in the corner. Yep, she'll walk the tightrope, but she'll stay in bounds into Higher Pleasure now with 23 seconds to go. We'll get into that front court. Shot clock is off right now, and the Saints can, if they want, go for the last shot. or take what opens up early for him. Tahara Pleasure with the basketball, working against Constant. We're down to 9 seconds to go on the game clock. 8 seconds, 7. Rage to Tompkins, and they're down to the shot. No. So we're going to have a 31-16 halftime score. CSJ with the lead over University of Maine Machias at the break. Saints to take the ball out of bounds. Thompson, and I was looking at Heller. Remember, she left the game with her right hand injury. She had it pretty heavily taped when she came out. She's not getting the start here for University of Maine Machias in the second half, and they'll sorely miss her. And against 31-16, Saints up by 15, and they get the basketball. That's Thompson, little shake and bake, trying to go outside to Getty, and going to fall as Getty was falling from behind. I believe it'll be on Don'ton, number 34, but I'll wait for the call.
Ball whistled on number 34, Ashley.
Yeah, it was Don'ton called for the holding foul. It's the first foul of the second half, and the third foul on Don'ton, so that's going to be controlled by Vicky Getty, who's playing with 3 fouls herself, and that's going to be Thompson off the mark. A long rebound on the weak side, chased down by Tompkins. She'll dump it down inside, looking to go to Thompson. The pass a little bit high, and here comes Wells with the basketball. She's going to bring it up herself, brings it to the free throw line, sets herself up, puts a shot up, and it's going to be off the mark. Don'ton could have had a chance at the offensive rebound, just skipped over her hand, and Mazzarella will have the basketball. She'll go back to Tahara Pleasure now. Opening minute of the second half of play. Got to figure the first 5 to 6 minutes extremely important here for the University of Maine from Machias, and Vicky Getty got great position down low, and that little patent jump hook shot of hers just set on the front of the rim, went and dropped down, and Chandler will pick the basketball down. Chandler will bring it down for the Clippers in the white uniforms. The Saints in the blue. You got Munger Vision at CSJ doing the women's basketball program for Dr. Rob Larson, and that's Cummings with the runner, no good, and the putback by Wells, another offensive rebound, and this was kind of reminiscent of the first half where they had a lot of good looks, a lot of second chances, but just couldn't get that to happen right there. The ball to go through the hoop. Vaughn Cummings will make the basket and makes it 31-18. CSJ with the lead. They've got the ball, and that's Michelle Thompson out there with the basketball. With Tahara Pleasure. We'll wait for Mazzarella to have the basketball. Now go to Tompkins. Thompson to back. Tompkins down inside to Getty. There, she loves that little fade away like that. And what they want, what happens is they can't have jewelry or metal or anything like that on their body, and then they had Cummings with a barrette or a hairband on, and the referee made her take it out, and the ball still gets where it had to go, and that's to Constant. She'll go down to Don'ton, and she had a shot originally, and that's a tougher shot, and it's not going to happen. Thompson will get the rebound, 1 and out that time for University of Maine Machias, and they'll go across the court, long pass. That's Mazzarella with it. She'll come back to Tompkins. Now Thompson will pull it out. She'll run the point, work between circles, come out to this right side to Tahara Pleasure. And again, they want to bring the ball to Getty. They want to post up because they're thinking that's going to be a nice matchup for him to work with. That's a 3 ball. No. Rebound Tompkins. Yes.
Irene Tompkins.
Tompkins, just a monster on the boards for every game for CSJ. Makes it 35-18. Lead goes to 17. And I said that opening 5 minutes be critical for Maine right here because any type of run by CSJ might put the game out of reach, and that's going to be Wells with the offensive rebound. This time she got in front of Getty and got the rebound up and in. Now they get 35-20. Again, they're still within striking distance. They've just got to start converting as they go to a zone defense. Now it looks like they're playing up a 3-2 actually. And Thompson will just bring it back to Tompkins, and they'll be patient. They still have 15 seconds on the shot clock, and Getty will rim out, and there's Tompkins. Again, Tompkins. And Getty brought it to the floor, and it'll be picked up by CSJ. That was Mazzarella that got it, and the shot clock reset, and it's already down to 20 seconds and counting, and that's Tahara Pleasure to Vicky Getty. Each team's had a lot of success on the offensive glass, and Thompson with a short pull-up. Missed everything. Thompson's got the ball back, and she won't miss it that time. And she's able to get the ball, spin it up and in off the glass. Lead goes back to 17 at 37-20. This is Chandler with the basketball, killed the dribble, and as Cummings come toward her and gave her back the pass. Constant with the ball down inside Wells. Oh, that was a tough pass. She fired a fastball into Don'ton, who couldn't handle it and went out of play. And this will give CSJ a chance now to try to push the lead to either 19 on a 2-point shot or 20 on a 3-point play. And this will be brought down by Tahara Pleasure. She'll go off to Thompson, and she'll hold it up top and wait for the offense to get set. And again, trying to post up down below with either Getty or with Tompkins. They've had success either way. And they've had timely three-point shooting. That's not going to happen. Getty squared, fired, and a little bit off the mark, and maybe that long rest in the first half. She's got to reestablish her rhythm in the ball game. Cummings will swing the pass over. Constant two-pointer, got it. Yeah, she was inside the line by a few inches. And at this point, if you're the University of Maine Machias, you just need points. You haven't got to start worrying about bombing threes up with 15:44 to go. You're only down 15. You just want points on trips down the floor. That's Tompkins at the free throw line, brought the ball down, stripped, will go over, and then picked up by Thompson with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Tahara Pleasure back to Thompson. She's going to load it up, and no, there's another offensive rebound, and I'm going to count it. Vicky Getty got on the glass, had a nice touch on the ball, got fouled, and Vicky Getty will be at the free throw line now for the Fighting Saints as they extend the lead to 39-22.
Also number 33, Amanda Chandler. Vicky will be shooting one.
Yeah, so coming in will be number 55.
Bay City, Michigan. Number 55, Kelsey Powells.
Kelsey Powell's coming back into the basketball game. She had 4 first-half points. And now Getty will get set for the one shot, trying to make a three-point play out of that possession for the Fighting Saints. And Getty, usually very reliable from the free throw line, will we got a violation on Vicky Getty as she went over the line before the ball hit the rim. They'll whip off the free throw, stay at 39-22. She's quick to the rim to get the rebounds in case she misses, and that time she was just a little bit too quick for her own good, and they'll stay 39-22, and Cummings with the basketball. And Heller on the bench still for Machias, and that's going to be 1 and out as Getty will fly through the air, get the rebound, turn, bring it up the floor herself, and she'll work it right to the logo, pull it back out, and hand the ball out to Tahara Pleasure now. CSJ with a win today would go to 8 wins, 1 loss for the league record and go to 13-14 overall. And that's on Getty. That's her 4th. Or I'm not really sure if they call it jump ball in possession arrow. Favored Machias. That's what it was. No fall in the play. So Fawn Cummings, number 11, will have an open court to work with for quite a while. She's still over the timeline, not being guarded. Now Thompson will pick her up. There's the pick, and that opens up Cummings. Nice switch by Tompkins, and she forced a tough angled shot. It'll be Thompson with the basketball now. And they'll call the play out from the side. They want Massarello with the touch, and she's got the basketball now, number 32. And she comes to Tahara Pleasure. She'll swing the ball over to Tompkins. Tompkins with Constant, number 20, coming out to defend, trying to force the play wide. They'll go to Getty, and she can hit from there. She'll pull the shot back down. 8 seconds on the shot clock, and it'll be a turnover as Chandler will pick up the pass that was mishandled, and Chandler now through some traffic of blue jerseys gives it off to Cummings. She didn't really have a shot to take there. Constant does. It's a 3-ball, and she got it. 3-pointer by Constant. 39-25 now. So they've had some sporadic people getting baskets out there from the field for the University of Maine Machias. The Clippers are called, and CSJ kind of getting lulled into the game that's being played by Machias, and that's a nice cut to the basket by Vicky Getty, and good movement without the ball, good recognition to get her to the basketball when she was open in the paint, and she was able to kiss it off the glass and in for a 41-25 Saints lead. Constant will pop out, and they're setting a screen for, and I don't think she was loading up for a shot. Chandler, little running hook shot, no. Tompkins on the defensive glass with the rebound, will bring it up herself. And again, good job. Got to be nearing double digits in rebounds for the basketball game for the CSJ Saints. Go down to Getty, a little give and go and pass. Might have been a little bit long. And Tompkins upset with herself for not handling the ball. It'll be a turnover, and Machias will have the basketball. And it'll come off to Chandler, and it's being guarded by Massarello. And Massarello right now with good footwork defensively, didn't now allow that baseline to open up, and Wells, oh, she's in a lot of trouble. She'll kick it out, and Chandler got it. And Wells constantly adjusting that face guard she's wearing. Like I said, that's just got to be such an adjustment to make as a player to have that invasive block of plastic on your face where you see and where you breathe through your nose, and must be tough to play with it. Getty, no. Ball will come down, and boy, Tahara Pleasure released off from Fawn Cummings. No foul called. That pass is tipped. Will still get the Constant, and she will walk her way in. Nice cut to the hole, and a pass, and a foul. And Wells Number 50, Sarah Wells, starting to come alive here offensively in the second half. And let's see her play with that face mask. Mazzarello will leave the ball game for the Saints. We're going to bring back in Erica Raish, number 25.
Erica Raish.
And so Wells will get set, and again, they cut the lead down to 12 now at 41-29, and a chance to make it 11 on this made free throw. And they're having just enough spurts to keep themselves in the ball game, and she'll get it. 41-30 into higher plays. Like I said, the Saints kind of getting into that real slow motion game. And I got a lot to believe it's got a lot to do with University of Maine Machias with that. They're dictating the tempo right now, and it's going to be Ray. She'll pop out and swings the ball over to Hara Pleasure in the corner to Getty. She wanted to dump it down inside, and she will get it to Tompkins. Pass up the shot, and got it. Raish rattling it in. With 11:53 to go in the basketball game, it goes back to 43-30 now. The CSJ Saints, they want to go down to Wells, but she's got some nice footwork. And Getty will swoop it out of the air. It looked like an eagle flying through the air there, and just take the basketball down. And everybody backs off, and Vicky Getty will bring the basketball up now. She picked up 3 fouls in the first half. Set quite a bit of that first half, but she's been foul free here in the second half. She'll set, and you just can't leave her alone like that. She's a good shooter. 45-30, and it's timeout called by Machias with just 11:22 to go in the basketball game. So it'll be Chandler and Cummings in the back court after that timeout called by the University of Maine Machias. The Clippers with the basketball, so they set up for a play here. It's a lead at 15 right now. It's been as low as 11, and they have Constant with the basketball. It goes right off the foot of Chandler, and there's a turnover right after a timeout that drives the coach nuts to Hara Pleasure. Up, finish, foul. Oh, and that's after a Maine timeout. A turnover, a bucket, a foul, and a chance to make the lead at 18.
33, Amanda Chandler. The basket by Tahara Pleasure is good. Tahara will be shooting 1.
Just trying to get this and 1 in now. Is Pleasure. We'll get it. 48-30 with 11:06 to go in the basketball game, and the Saints looking to push their league record to 8 wins, 1 loss. And you got to think with a 1 home game left next week against Fisher College, they could be looking at one of the top 2 seeds in the upcoming tournament. And it's going to be fun coming, sealed off by Tompkins. They'll come back to the free throw line, Chandler, and we haven't seen Heller yet at all in the second half. And the nature of her injury, we might not. And that's almost taken away. And Raish to the hole, pulled up a little short. Getty ran the floor. Getty will get the bucket. Yeah, that's hustled down the floor by Vicky Getty, and goes to 20 now at 50-30. That lead, I believe that's the highest they've had to lead up to here in the basketball game. As CSJ on the defense right now. Wells with the basketball, and she'll go up underneath and get her own miss. No, she'll have it play off her shin out of bounds, or no, it's going to stay white basketball, they say. And Fawn Cummings will take the ball out of bounds, number 11. And nobody will go on the ball. They're going to play 5 defenders, try and play denial. And right now it's working. They've already got 1 5-second count, and Tompkins will reach in and slap the ball out of bounds. And that was more of urgency by Cummings, as there really was nobody open on the play. Number-wise right now, it really, when you don't play anybody on that pass coming in bounds, that puts 5 defenders against 4 offensive players, and they should have just somebody kick back and go to the backcourt or do that right there. That worked pretty nice. They just, again, cold shooting, the shot didn't go. Tompkins with the rebound will give it off to Pleasure. We're at the halfway point of the second half. 10 minutes to go in a basketball game, and the Saints are pretty much in control right now. Nice catch, Tompkins. Good strong step to the hole, and the finish. But like I said, she is a good low post player. And it's Cummings. A few dribbles, pulls it back out. Now Thompson will come out defensively, 23 right there in blue for CSJ. And now the dribble's killed. She'll pressure the ball, then come out to Chandler. Chandler will hand it off to Cummings. And she's a little bit deeper, and now she's trying to penetrate, and she'll get the little hook shot. No good, and it'll be Pleasure with the rebound. Up ahead to Thompson. Haven't seen DeMano yet here in the second half for CSJ. She got quite a bit of playing time in the first half, and Getty won't get the bounce to go her way, and it'll be controlled by Kelsey Powell's. And then a long pass by Cummings, looking for Wells, and oh, everybody kind of met at the basketball, and everybody's going to look like they're okay. And that was quite a collision, and the ball got out of bounds. Last touch by Getty. And it'll be taken out of bounds by CSJ. So it will be CSJ basketball's last touch by University of Maine Machias. And lead at 22 with 9:13 to go. Tahara Pleasure will have nothing but a wide open path into the front court. And Raish will quickly come out and get the basketball. She wants to come up top to Thompson. Thompson's been her steady self out there today. And Raish looking for a 3-ball. Nope, not going to get it. Tompkins, we have another rebound. Will pivot, step out. Pleasure for 2. No, set on the rim. Getty up. Getty got it. That's pretty good work on the boards right there by the Saints. And right now, it's slipping away. It leads at 24, and it's almost time for him to start the bus. There's travel. Yep. And they'll go side out, and we have a CSJ timeout with just 8:39 to go. And the Saints up at 54-30. Now there's a CSJ timeout taken, and no personnel change. It's still Getty, Raish, Pleasure, Tompkins, and Thompson out there for CSJ. And plays designed to go down inside, though. There's the nice defense. They slid over, actually, that time. Took away the right-handed shot by Tompkins. And there goes baseline. Getty turns, fires, got it. Almost unstoppable, Getty is right there at that spot on the floor with her height and the way she can fade away and put that soft touch on her shot. And the lead now at 26 at 56-30. That's definitely largely the game. And Thompson just fought through the top of the screen against Cummings. They'll bring it back to Wells. And a little bit further out than she's comfortable to take the shot. And Chandler with the touch, go to Cummings. Cummings wants the baseline. There's the help defense, and shot still almost went. Who else on the boards but Tompkins, and she'll out the basketball to Thompson. And Tompkins definitely going to be approaching close to probably the 18 to 19 rebound mark in the basketball game. Raish with the basketball. Traveled, yeah. Nice little pirouette, but she did travel, and that'll be ball side out to the Clippers, and they'll have it in front of the CSJ bench as everybody has played for CSJ. She's been with this 26-point lead. Haven't seen D'Amano. Mazzarello did play in the second half. She's sitting now. And, of course, Landsberg out there. This is going to be Cummings with the basketball. And she's looking to penetrate. She does, and gets the shot upset on the rim. Wouldn't drop, and last touch by Doughton, number 34. Goes out of bounds off from the Clippers. It'll be CSJ basketball, and with 7:26 to go in the second half of play. It'll be brought up by Tahara Pleasure. And again, the Saints were in the blue uniforms today, as it's Seniors Day, and there was the senior manager for the Saints was honored, along with the only senior player, Mazzarello, out there for CSJ. And Tompkins, oh, she plants her feet so well, has great footwork down low. And this is Thompson. No. Long shot, long rebound. Tompkins with the rebound. Will bring it down to Getty. She'll go up over the top of the defender. That won't happen. Raish put it on the floor, falling backwards, and fouled. Now, I don't know if he said on the floor. Yeah, he did. Foul on the floor, and the shot will come. There will be no shots coming. There'll be ball bounce on the baseline to Thompson and the Saints.
Checking in for Machias, number 55, Kelsey Powell, and number 44, Carolyn Gildart.
Yeah, Gildart coming in, number 44 for Machias. That's her first appearance at the basketball game, and then Powell's also coming in, and she's had some baskets today. Look good, and that's going to be Getty off the glass. 58-30, and the Saints now just pulling away as we're trying to get through the last 6:43 injury-free. And again, I'm not sure the math, but I was made aware of the fact that Vicky Getty could possibly be at 1,000 points for the weekend. That's going to be put up and in by Chandler. Nice little move, a little running one-hander off the glass, and they're going to go to Getty again. And I think that's because she's probably real close to the 1,000 points. Yeah, in the way the crowd on the sidelines reacting for the Saints, I've seen this before in sports, and they've got to be getting awful close to that 1,000-point mark. And this is going to be now brought down by Constant. Tompkins with the steal. Tahara Pleasure had the tip of the basketball. They'll get down. Tompkins will slow it down, and they'll set up the offense now. They want to post up Getty. She'll get it, put it on the floor, and this time they're going to double team on her, and she wisely pulled the ball back out, especially with 18 seconds left on the shot clock. There's plenty of time. Again, she's going to fade, fire, fouled. And she'll be heading to the line. There'll be two shots coming up for Vicky Getty.
Foul
CSJ.
number 11, Fawn Cummings. On the line to shoot 2 for the Fighting Saints.
And that's a
number
15th
21,
foul.
Vicky Getty.
And Fawn Cummings picking up her first personal foul. So Getty, who's a junior on his roster for Coach Rob Larson, will be up and got it. And all this happened with just 5:47 left in the basketball game. And Getty's second shot will be good. Yeah, she'll get both free throws, and 62-32, and it had moments where the game was tight, or getting tighter, and then CSJ able to respond today with a nice intense effort after a big emotional win over the University of Maine of Fort Kent. And that was one of the questions today, was will they come out with that fire, and they did, and that's what you got to do to take it deep into the tournament that's up and coming, and they did that. They responded, and that's going to be out of bounds off from Getty's hands. She was guarded that time by Gildart. And the ball will go over on that turnover, and it'll become Clippers basketball, and Fawn Cummings will bring it up, and she'll be picked up by Thompson if she crosses the timeline, and there she goes, and Thompson in her defensive posture will be set to pressure the basketball if she killed the dribble. Chandler for 3 points, got it. Oh, that was one of those things you hear swish going through the net on a nice shot by Chandler. And Pleasure now will get the ball back from Thompson. It'll be Pleasure will actually bring the ball up and into play against that. Well, they've got a 1-2-2 zone, and they drop back, and they've switched around now. And then Getty for a 3 ball. That was blocked, and I believe it's going to be a CSJ ball. Nope, not touched, they said, and it's going to stay with the University of Maine Machias. Again, Saints still with a home game next weekend, which is irrelevant because I'm tape delayed, but my point is they have one more home game, and then they're going to be already qualified for the tournament. That's an underhand shovel shot, and that will drop in by Chandler. So Chandler all of a sudden just turning it loose here late in the basketball game, makes it 62-37. Saints with the lead, and it's just Pleasure 34 with the basketball, and Rachel kick out on that left elbow, and then give the ball back to Getty on his side. She'll go to Tompkins, and 2-pointer for Getty, and going to be off the glass and in. And all this is going now at 4:11 to play, and the lead at 64-37, and that's going to be tipped away and picked back up by Chandler. And she'll bring the ball up against the Saints, who look like they're sitting up. They're going to be playing man-to-man. They first looked like a 2-3, then they switched off, and that's Thompson on this side, and shot up by Chandler, and she's got it going. She's got the last 8 points. Chandler having a big late surge here in the basketball game for the University of Maine Machias, who need one more win to qualify for the tournament, is what I was told prior to the start of the game, and they didn't get it yesterday down at Paul Smith College, and they're definitely not going to get it here today, down 24. And the Saints playing up top, little toss and catch right now, and Pleasure's going to launch, and no, Getty with the rebound, brought the ball down, and Powell's will bring the ball away, looking for Constant. She'll chase down the long pass, stay in bounds, and her cross-court pass is going to be knocked down by Getty, and it'll go out of bounds off from Vicky Getty, number 21, and the ball will stay with the Clippers. He'll take it on the baseline. Fawn Cummings, number 11, will let them set up the box formation, and then what they're going to run to bring it in, and they'll. But they had Chandler open on this side. They waited for Constant to come down. She put the ball on the floor once, got it back, almost able to lose possession there. It's going to be tipped by Pleasure. She'll steal the basketball, and she's going to have everybody clear out and bring the ball down south. And Coach Larson calling the timeout. And he's going to draw something up on the board with 2:57 to go, and it's a good time to recap. CSJ coming in, looking to go to 8-1 in league play, and they're 2:57 away from doing that. They lead 64-40 right now. And foul-wise, there's 5 team fouls on the University of Maine Machias, 1 foul on the Saints. Vicky Getty came in the second half with 3 personal fouls, still at 3 personal fouls, so I won't be a factor at all now in the basketball game. And Irene Tompkins with a bunch of points, but a ton of rebounds here in this basketball game. I think though Getty will be the leading scorer if I had a statistician, and the ball will go out of bounds as I'm looking for it. There it is. I couldn't find it. I was watching the rest because the basketball's on the floor. There we go. And Thompson will be designated to bring the ball into play number 23 for the Fighting Saints. And what I think they're doing, and I'm speculating, is the referee's been talking to Coach Larson. Now he's talking to the head coach on their side, and I think I saw them indicate she needs 1 basket or 1 point for 1,000. And Thompson will bring the ball into Pleasure, and she's directing some traffic. She wants Thompson to go on that left side of the court. And it'll be Thompson with the basketball, and Getty on the baseline will make the catch, spin, wheel, fire, and no. Oh, Raish there on the weak side. Everybody followed Getty over, and Raish was unmarked, got the ball, put it off the glass and in, making it 66-40, the Saints with the lead. And that's going to be Fawn Cummings with the spin to the left, spin to the right, and then goes off to Chandler. Chandler being guarded by Raish defensively. There's the screen set. She elected to come to the inside, and the running one-hander is going to go and count the basket. So Chandler, continuing her hot play here in the second half for Maine, will be at the line trying to complete the three-point play from the free throw line.
The basket by Amanda Chandler is good. Amanda will be shooting 1.
And just 2:26 left in the basketball game. That's going to be just the second team foul and the second personal foul on the Higher Pleasure of CSJ. And Chandler will get it.
Amanda Chandler.
Chandler's going to be the leading scorer for Maine, and she's, like I said, had a very good second half of play. And Pleasure with the basketball. And again, very deliberate pace. Shot clock down to 25 seconds. He'll get it to Getty. Up and got it. And that's 1,000 points in the career of Vicky Getty.
Vicky Getty has just eclipsed the 1,000-point mark in her college career.
Actually, you heard it. It's 1,001 points in her career.
Drummond High School from Vicky Getty on this milestone.
Yeah, now get her the game ball, and that's what they're going to hand off, and that's quite an accomplishment, and the whole community here very proud of Vicky Getty. I didn't know the number coming in, what she needed for points, but she said it with 2:15 left in the basketball game, and she's got a whole another year left to play. That's the scary thing. So it'll now become not only Seniors Day celebration that started off this afternoon,
Just a junior.
but also it's a 1,000-point career day now. So you've had Seniors Day and a 1,000-point career score created here at CSJ, and they're going to get the win. So they've had a triple header of successes here today, 68-43, and the ball will come back now to the University of Maine Machias, and that's what all the chatting was about. Coach Larson wanted to stop the game on the 1,000-point, and the officials and the visiting coach all agreed with it, and that's nice of everybody, and now they can finish out the game. Number 42 did check in the basketball game, Hunter, for the Maine squad.
Fighting Saints come with multiple substitutions. Number 3, Lori Lansford. Number 32, Kara Massarella. And number 44, Jesselyn D'Amato in for the Fighting Saints.
So Massarello back in the basketball game. She's the only senior on the Saints players roster. D'Amato came back in, and Landsberg. So that's a Getty trying to add to that 1,001 points total. That's going to be put up by Massarello. It'll be off the mark. Ball battled. 4 comes down. It'll be Powers with the basketball, and she's going to bring it up her midcourt herself. She's got some speed coming into the elbow on that side, brings it back to Cummings. There's a catch by Chandler. She'll back up to Higher Pleasure there defensively on Chandler, and they want to go down inside to Hunter. She'll make the catch and couldn't save it. Went out of bounds off from the Clippers, and it'll become Saints basketball with just a minute and a half to go in the contest. And they're going to send Raish to the scores table for the Saints, and she'll be checking in for the next opportunity. And Landsberg will bring the ball back up top. Massarello to D'Amato. She was open, passed up the shot, got it back. Landsberg bobbled the ball, able to handle it, get it back. Massarello looked at the three-point shot, elected not to take it. 12 seconds on the shot clock, and it's going to be to Higher Pleasure. Looking to get in the paint, stops at the free throw line, fadeaway, got it. Now Pleasure will she stays here, will undoubtedly be adding her name to that 1,000-point club. That's going to be a Machias timeout with 56 seconds to go in the basketball game. And what they're going to have is that the next break in the action is going to have Vicky Getty lead the basketball game, so she'll get her acknowledgement, her standing ovation, and a race come in for Getty. And that ball fouled around, and it's going to be taken over by Pleasure. Pleasure will kick it off, and this will be a 2-point attempt by Mazzarello. Nope, they give her the 3 ball. So the senior put a little frosting on the cake. Makes it 73-43 with 33 seconds to go, and Mazzarello with a 3-point shot. And comes out and she will contest Cummings, and almost got the tie up in there. Looking for Hunter, and the ball will go out of bounds. And now they're going to have
Now check it for CSJ, number 25,
Erica Rage coming in for Vicky Getty. And with just 20 seconds to go, the shot clock out of play right now. That'll be Mazzarello with the basketball. She's going to work it all the way around the screen. That brought her to the top of the arc. And they'll go back to Pleasure in 12 seconds to go in the basketball game. And Pleasure to Landsberg, loading up. Going to be a little bit long. And Powles was fouled. And no shot. That's going to be just a third team foul on CSJ. And all this happening with just 5.4 seconds to go in the basketball game. So Gildart will bring the ball into Cummings, and the Saints will go to 8-1 in league play, secure their spot in the upcoming tournament. They'll go to 13-14 overall, and Pleasure will make the block, and that will be the basketball game. So congratulations to the Saints, to Kara Mazzarello, the senior, to Vicky Getty for her 1,000th career point, and Jerry Munger brought you this college basketball game from the CSJ.
1,000 points in for